question, Danielle.
Hey Kevin, Danielle Houston, Lens Media.
Two.
What made you want to come play for this team, and do you see yourself signing a contract extension with the Rockets?
I do see myself signing a contract extension. I can't tell you exactly when that'll happen, but I do see it happening. And just seeing the quick progression of this franchise from where it was right after that James Harden, Chris Paul era. Seeing when Ime got here and how he turned around so fast. And have some connections here within the organization, people I work with around the league already. So it just felt organic and natural coming into the gym, getting to be a Houston Rocket for the first time. So I always have respect for this coaching staff, this fan base, this state, this city. So it feels right.
Brian.
Kevin, last season I got an opportunity to speak with you after the game, and I asked you about Jabari Smith Jr. and how much of you do you see in his game? You talked about how his growth and his progression is, and how you've worked with him. What is it going to be like now, just being a teammate, being able to pour into him those things that you've done over the years?
Yeah, just being a resource whenever he needs it. Happy I get to see his journey up close and personal now. It's somebody I've been following and watching since high school, so to be on the same floor with him and go through the journey together is going to be fun. He's somebody that works extremely hard, that wants to be great, that's coachable, so I think he'll continue to just keep getting better. I think with more expectation, pressure that comes with being on this team and being expected to win games, I think that'll make you a better player as well, so can't wait to see how he dives into this opportunity and gets better from it.
Christy.
After playing for the University of Texas in college and being a lot of other places since then, what's it like for you to be playing for a Texas team again for the first time in a lot of years with a lot of things you've done since then?
Yeah, it feels amazing to be back here. I always found my way to Houston throughout the years, just from friends and relationships I've built since coming to Texas. So I always felt that this was a place that I could settle in and live. Actually, I never thought about it, but I always say Houston is a good place to move to, and so for this opportunity to come around, it felt natural, it felt right. Got someone always had support here for me playing in Texas, so I always felt the love every time I came back to Houston. So to put on a Rockets jersey, I know it's going to be it's going to go to the next level, so I'm looking forward to it.
Kelly.
Kevin, in terms of being a playmaker, you've been the top guy in that aspect for such a long time. How do you expect to add to this team, especially with the loss of Fred VanVleet and now the development of Min Thompson as a playmaker?
Yeah, I just think that playmaking is a team thing, and I think that as many plays we make for each other throughout the game, the better. Sometimes you don't always get the assist for it. Sometimes just you don't even touch the ball and you're creating a play for your teammates. And so if we play together, if we play off of each other, we move our bodies and we move the ball, I think that we all can showcase our playmaking talents. And so we got high IQ guys on the team that know how to play. So now we got to figure out what's the best way to mesh on the floor and then start executing from day one. So looking forward to that.
Michael.
Hi, Kevin. You mentioned you're happy to be here in Texas as a resident. Are there any kind of Texas-specific things that you've enjoyed, Houston-specific things, since you've been a resident here?
I haven't done much, just trying to get acclimated to the city. I'm looking forward to, it's such a diverse city, there's so many different pockets and places you can roam into, so I'm looking forward to just roaming, to be honest. I don't know exactly what will happen, but I'm just looking forward to immersing myself here in the community and figuring out my rhythm within this community. So, it's always figure it out. Every city I've been into, I just figure it out somehow, and I'm looking forward to doing that here.
Hi, Kevin. When you think about your legacy as a basketball player, how do you hope your time at the Rockets will add?
Oh, sorry.
Sasha from Kaishou, China. So when you think about your legacy as a basketball player, how do you hope your time with the Rockets will add to the story?
legacy is just such it's a word that just got, the definition of the word has just got confusing over the last few years to me. So to me, it's just always about impacting and building good relationships within the organization. I just feel like every place that I've been, from the outside looking in, it may have been a tough breakup, from each team that I've gone to, but behind the scenes, I've built so many great relationships with people and lifelong friendships that have been formed from playing in these organizations. So I'm looking forward to just doing that and building upon that every single day. Building that bond, because who knows, people that work here now might get a better opportunity at another franchise, and it's just how that league works. So those relationships that you build on a human level is the most important thing. I think those are most impactful as you go throughout this journey in the NBA. It's just who you meet and who you build with.
Ben.
Kevin, this is year 18 for you. You've won multiple championships.
19.
Wait, 19? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they took a year from me because
I was thinking 07, but yeah, I guess because it goes into 26, so 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 19. You've won multiple championships. You've been on tons of contending teams. Do you see this as a championship level roster, and if you do, what's special about it?
I never talk. I mean, I never talk about championships on any team I've been on. You just put your head down and work every single day. But the formula I felt the last few years in the league is to have size, is to have guys that can penetrate, guys that can create extra possessions for you, guys that can switch and guard multiple positions, length, athleticism, discipline, effort every single night from a scheme perspective, and camaraderie, continuity, all of that stuff matters. And that's the type of stuff that usually has been successful the last couple of years from my observation. So I feel like we got bits and pieces of all of those attributes on our team now, and it's just all about how we cook it all up and come together and form who we want to be in our identity as we go forward. And that may take time. Who knows how long it'll take, but actually putting in the work and trying to figure it out is the fun part. So looking forward to it.
Bashar.
A few years ago, you talked about, after passing Hakeem Olajuwon on the all-time scoring list, you talked about how in your household growing up, most of the talk was about MJ and about Hakeem. What does it mean to you now to be able to have a chance to bring a championship back to Houston for the first time since those Hakeem teams?
I mean, Hakeem is just somebody who's set the standard here in Houston and it's around the whole basketball community. I mean, he's just such an icon in the game of basketball, even transcend the game of basketball, honestly. Somebody I really respect, and so just try to live up to what those past legends have accomplished here. We kind of standing on the backs of what they did, and we try to take it to that same level, and the hope and the dream is to surpass that level. But first, we want to just keep working hard, and just so we can build that respect, garner that respect in the league and every game, and then build from there. So they set a high standard, and we want to eventually try to live up to that.
Hey Kevin, you have, as has been mentioned, accomplished a lot in your career. When you were thinking about what was next, why Houston, and what was most important as you made the decision about what you want to see happen in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it all happened pretty fast. I wasn't expecting to leave Phoenix that quickly, but that's just the nature of the game. So I quickly just thought about who I was comfortable with coaching staff would just let me be me and understand what I bring to the table. And Ime has always been one of those guys that understood what I brought to the table and my mentality and my approach to the game. He always respected that and gave me my space to be me. So that was one of the first things I thought about. But living in Texas, working with some of the people that I worked with before, but also seeing the identity of this team the last few years of playing with length, having size, playing in transition, driving and kicking, switching on defense. I think all that stuff is tailor fit to my game, so I wanted to play that style too.
Christy.
When you've been playing as long as you have and accomplished all that you have, what continues to motivate you to work so hard and to grind so hard at this level of your career?
I just enjoy the process of perfecting a craft, or I enjoy competing against myself every day, like being better than I was the day before. You know, that's fun to me. You know, so I think as you get older, you dive into the details of everything in your life, and you know, so when you become detail oriented, it's just become nerdy. It's just kind of fun to be in that mode, you know. So that's my peaceful place, is when I'm perfecting, trying to perfect my craft.
Chancellor.
Kevin, you played with some really unique talents over the years. When you look at some of the guys on this team we were leaning on, particularly the top guys like Sengun and the men, and their skill sets, what excites you about what they bring to the table?
Yeah, just unique skill sets, body types that I haven't played with before. My men being just do everything, 6'7", athletics, just like a freak of nature. I don't think we ever seen that type of athleticism, the way he uses his athleticism. I don't think we have seen that in our league. So to be alongside that, I'm excited for. And then Sengun, I play with some bigs that are great at what they do. Great role playing bigs that can guard in the post, but that could set great screens. That can finish over the rim, that can block shots. But I think I hope he could pretty much do all of that, a little bit of all of that, and also handle the ball like a guard out on the perimeter. So being able to have that at the big, that skill set on the offensive side, I just can't wait to see how we come together and what could come from it. You know, so we got so many great pieces on the team that can complement each other well. But it's all about the reps we get in on the floor and how focused we are once we get out there.
Terrence.
Kevin, you've accomplished a lot in your career so far. But what is this still out there for you that you still like you feel like you're still chasing?
I wouldn't say I'm chasing anything. I think as I get older, I just want to continue to, like I said earlier, I love the process of just getting better, working on my game. But I also want to, simply put, continue to, I got a lot of family. I'm just a family member, so my last name is really important to me. And I want to continue to just shine a bright light on my last name, lead by example, set a good example to people, just put way more respect on my last name than previous people in my family has done. They've done a great job up until this point, but I'm ready to take it to the next level. So I want to continue to just push my last name out here, to be honest, man, behind the game of basketball. And people know me for hooping, so it's a great platform to be on right now.
Jody.
And Kevin, just welcome to Longhorn Country, and also just wanted to know.
This is Longhorn Country. It is.
But just wanted to know, like, you mentioned the identity of this team and how it attracted you. Like, how do you see yourself adding to this roster in terms of the identity that Ime's built here?
Just try to be more versatile, another weapon that coach can use in different lineups, different schemes that he wants to use, offensively and defensively. Like I said, I think I match with the body types of guys on this team. I feel like I can play at 3 levels on the offensive side of the ball. I'm definitely comfortable in the mid-range, and I think that's an utilized place on the floor amongst the league. So I think we can steal a few points there for the team throughout the season. So I just think being able to, pretty much score from all areas on the court offensively, and being able to be versatile to guard a lot of positions on defense. I think I got to be prepared to do that because coach will need a lot of, different lifelines to make our team get the most out of our team. So we all have to be ready for that.
Last one, Jackson.
Hey Kevin, you've been very complimentary of Albert and Shingun's skill set in the past, and you just highlighted some of his strengths as a player a moment ago. Just kind of wondering, how have you seen him evolve over the years, and I guess what are you most looking forward to about kind of the two-man game in between you two, and kind of maybe your expectations for him coming to year 5, especially off of this impressive Eurobasket run that he had?
Yeah, it was such a great run. It's always good when you get to play in that setting. You know, it's a tough brand of basketball. It's a slower pace. You really have to play a half-court game in Eurobasket. So that makes you a better player. And I think coming into year 5 and going through a playoff series, which will win Game 7, I think all of those experiences make you a better player, a more confident player, and the more confidence you get, you know, the easier 7 p.m. is every night. You know, so looking forward to him handling the ball, playing off of him creating for me, vice versa, setting screens for him, you know, all of that type of stuff, man. I think he's such a unique player on offense that you can put him in any position and he'll figure it out and adapt to it. Looking forward to watching his growth every day as well.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.